Alright, sports fans, let's talk about a moment from the Women's League Cup that has everyone buzzing. We're heading over to the clash between Crystal Palace and Leicester City last Sunday, where things got a little heated. Crystal Palace was cruising, leading 3-0 against the Foxes, and everything seemed to be going their way. But then, in the 58th minute, a moment of madness completely changed the narrative of the match, at least for one player. The player at the center of it all is Crystal Palace midfielder and Republic of Ireland international, Ruesha Littlejohn. A bit of pushing and shoving broke out between a few players, which isn't entirely uncommon in a competitive match. Leicester's Hannah Kane gave Littlejohn a shove in the back, and well, Littlejohn's reaction was explosive. In what can only be described as a wrestling move, the 35-year-old grabbed Kane and wrestled her to the ground in a headlock. It was a shocking scene that left the referee with absolutely no choice. A straight red card was shown, and Littlejohn was sent for an early shower. Despite being down to 10 players for the last half hour, Crystal Palace managed to hold on to their 3-2-0 lead. The scoreline remained unchanged, securing a comfortable victory for the Eagles. For Palace, it was a good day on the scoreboard, with fellow Republic of Ireland players Abby Larkin and Hayley Nolan both in the starting lineup. But the main talking point after the final whistle wasn't the win. It was Littlejohn's moment of aggression. Now, everyone is waiting to see what the fallout will be. A straight red card for violent conduct typically comes with a standard 3-match ban. However, the Football Association has the power to extend that suspension if they deem the incident to be particularly serious. Given the nature of the headlock, there is a very real possibility that the disciplinary committee might decide to make an example of this and hand down a longer ban. This puts Littlejohn in a precarious position, facing an anxious wait to learn her fate and find out just how many games she'll miss. This incident comes at a tricky time for Littlejohn. She only joined Crystal Palace in September on a 1-year deal, looking to make her mark on the team. Before that, her career path had a few quick turns. She was a free agent after leaving Shamrock Rovers at the end of June, a club she had only joined 3 months prior. Before her brief stint in Ireland, she had a notable period with Aston Villa. This move to Palace was seen as a fresh start, a chance to settle in and become a key player. A lengthy suspension could disrupt her momentum and her efforts to integrate fully into the squad. From the club's perspective, this is also a headache. Losing a player of Littlejohn's experience is a blow. She's a seasoned international, a key part of the Republic of Ireland squad. She started both legs of their crucial Nations League playoff win against Belgium back in October, which secured their promotion. Her combative style and experience are assets on the field, but only when channeled correctly. When it boils over into an act that earns a red card. It puts her team at a disadvantage and creates a selection problem for the manager. Palace will now have to plan for a period without her, depending on the length of the ban. Let's look at the broader context here. Player discipline is a huge topic in football, and governing bodies are always trying to clamp down on aggressive behavior. The image of a player putting another in a headlock is not what the league wants to broadcast. It raises questions about sportsmanship, and the example being set for younger players and fans. While football is a passionate, high-stakes game, there's a line that can't be crossed, and Littlejohn definitely crossed it. Interestingly, despite the on-field drama, Littlejohn's international commitments are not immediately affected. She was named in Carla Ward's Republic of Ireland squad for their upcoming friendly against Hungary. The match is set to be played behind closed doors in Marbella, Spain. So, while she faces a domestic ban, she will still be able to participate with her national team. This might be a small silver lining for her, allowing her to stay match fit and focused on football while she serves her suspension for Crystal Palace. The incident has sparked a lot of debate among fans online. Some are defending Littlejohn, pointing out that she was provoked by the initial shove from Hannah Kane. They argue that while her reaction was over the top, the initial foul shouldn't be ignored. Others are less sympathetic, stating that as a professional and a veteran player, she should have known better. They argue there is no excuse for that level of aggression on a football pitch and that a significant ban is necessary to send a clear message. It really highlights the fine line between passion and aggression in sports. So what happens next? The referee's report will be submitted to the FA. A disciplinary panel will review the footage of the incident and consider all factors, including the provocation, the nature of the act itself, and Littlejohn's prior disciplinary record, if any. They will then make a decision on the length of her suspension. We can expect an official announcement in the coming days. Until then, Ruesha Littlejohn, Crystal Palace, and football fans everywhere are left to wait and speculate on the consequences of that 58th minute moment of madness. It's a stark reminder that in football, a game can turn in an instant, not just by a goal, but by a loss of composure. We'll be keeping a close eye on this story as it develops and will bring you the update as soon as the FA's decision is announced. What are your thoughts on the incident? Was the reaction justified by the shove, or was it a step too far? Let me know down in the comments. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to like the video and subscribe for more football news and analysis. See you in the next one.